Good morning on day 21 of the 2025 Camino Francés. Hey, I'm getting an earlier start this morning. I've got a longer day. Last night I stayed at Bordilla del Camino instead of going on to Fromista, which is kind of the normal stop, because basically I had a poor experience there last year and just didn't feel like staying there. And that actually was the only poor experience I had last year on the Camino. And so about 15.1 mile day today, so a little longer. However, straightforward walk. A lot of it later on is going to be on the highway, so not a lot of interest there. However, one of the highlights today is we'll go along a canal and then go over an old lock into Fromista. And I really had fun doing that last year. It's just pretty cool history. And so today's song choice is a Marrakesh Express by Crosby, Stills, Nash. Just another fun song to get out and cruise across the countryside. So it'll be a fun day to have that in my head. Just to comment about the communal dinners. Last night had the biggest one I've ever had, about 40 plus people in one room and 10 or so in another room. A lot of people. And I sat with a guy from France, two young ladies from Germany, and two guys from Colombia. And the two ladies from Germany and the guy from France spoke excellent English, so no issues there. A couple of nights ago, I sat with a lady from Taiwan who spoke a little English. A couple from France spoke nothing but French, and a lady from Germany who only spoke German and Polish. So we had more of a challenge communicating during that dinner. However, just fun to meet all kinds of people, have the communal dinners, and just enjoy the international community on the Camino. So has been fun to do those things. It'll be a good day today. I'll be whistling with Crosby, Stills, Nash the whole day, I'm sure, and it'll be a good day. And we're going to have a magnificent sunrise behind me here in a few minutes, and it's all good here. So hope you have a great day, and buen camino.
Looking at the world through the sunset in your eyes, traveling the train through clear Moroccan skies. Ducks and pigs and chickens call, animal carpet wall to wall. American ladies 5 foot tall and blue, sweeping cobwebs from the edges of my mind. Had to get away to seek what we could find. Hope the days that lie ahead bring us back to where they've led. Listen not to what's been said to you. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh, all on board the train, all on board the train. I've been saving all my money just to take you there. I smell the garden in your hair. Take the train to Casablanca going south. Blowing smoke rings from the corners of my mouth. Gold cockles hang in the air, charming cobras in the square. Striped leathers we can wear at home. Well, let me hear you now. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh, all on board the train, all on board the train, all on board.
Hola. It's been a good day. Today was sunny, a slight breeze. On the cooler side, I wore my fleece a good 2/3 of the way today, and just glorious weather today, which was really, really nice. The day started off with a magnificent sunrise, and then early on, I walked along the canal, and just a gorgeous morning walking along there. I had the early morning shadows, some mist rising off the water. The birds were loud and proud, just singing away like crazy. Just a really special way to spend the early morning walk. And it was interesting. I kind of mused on some things while I was walking, obviously, and realized that I had been, over the last few days, low energy, kind of withdrawing into my introvert shell, which I tend to do, and just kind of checked in, like, what's up with that? And realized, as I mentioned the other day, just wiped out from the way this whole thing started. And I had a good night's sleep last night, full night's sleep. The night before, I was asleep before 8, had 9+ hours of sleep, whatever it was. The night before that, I was asleep by 7:15, 10+ hours. And I was doing that in a crowded dormitory in bunk beds. I mean, I've been tired. And so just kind of mused on that, realized it's enough, okay? I'm rested, I got my energy level back, it's time to get back in the game. So kind of kicked myself in the butt, had an attitude adjustment, and that really helped. I actually had a good day. And the music helped. Just cruising along with Crosby, Stills, Nash, whistling, upbeat song. And Crosby, Stills, Nash is one of my very favorite bands back in the day. Their song, Wooden Ships, my all-time favorite song. And so really had a fun morning walking along the canal, listening to the birds, listening in my head to Crosby, Stills, Nash, and just got recentered. It was good. And so by the time I got through Fromista and walked along the highway for miles and miles and miles, I was in a good mood, regardless of being next to the highway. Good attitude, present, mindful. The walking meditation is working. And so it's been a really, really good day. Had a lot of fun today, just cruising along, looking at the fields, looking at the poofy clouds, blue sky, listening to the birds. Just a really good, positive, upbeat day. So life is good here. And so I am here. I'm going to hopefully go to the Mass here at the church. I'm actually standing at the church. My albergue is literally right across the street, like 15 feet away. And the Mass last year here was very, very special, very powerful. And they've built into the Mass, or at least they did last year, sections where young nuns, I think the lady last year was from Canada, possibly the US, but I think from Canada, translate some of the sermon. And so that was the first time I've actually been able to understand what was going on in a pilgrim mass, because I don't speak Spanish or Latin, so I'm just there for the experience. And it was really, really nice that they had built in sections to be translated so some of us who don't speak Spanish and Latin can actually follow along. So really fun time last year. Looking forward to doing it again tonight. And it's a good day. So hope you're having a good day as well. And buen camino.